Randi Rhodes Show. Turn up your mind.
Back on December 14th, 2012, 20 children and 6 staff members did not return home after a gunman walked into Sandy Hook Elementary in Newtown, Connecticut, and opened fire.
We try to avoid kind of the pressure around the big milestones and the annual day of remembrance for us. But 10 years is significant. There's no way around that.
Those who survived forever shaped by what they saw, heard, and lost that tragic day, such as Michelle Gay, who says her 7-year-old daughter Josephine left behind a legacy of joy when she was taken from her 10 years ago.
I think we have learned as a family that it's very much a journey. And you do have to take stops along the way, take care of yourself along the way. And sometimes you're doing better than other times. But we are moving forward. We're never moving on. We're always keeping our little girl, our little sister with us.
That tragic day, over half a lifetime ago for those who were students, such as Liv Dosher.
I feel like the farther and further we move away from it, the more I feel I'm scrambling to just remember. So I really just think that the way I'm going to cope with that is just making, through people, kind of making sure I'm staying close with my best friend, making sure when I come home for breaks that I meet up with old teachers that I'm close with.
Nicole Hockley lost her 6-year-old son, Dylan. She says she's proud to have turned her grief into advocacy. Through her organization, Sandy Hook Promise, Hockley says they have prevented 11 school shootings and hundreds of suicides by training students and educators to report early warning signs of violence.
I can't believe it's 10 years. Time flies, when you're, not having any fun, apparently. But it's been 10 years. And when that happened in 2012, when Sandy Hook happened in 2012, didn't you all think that this is going to be the way that we pry the guns out of their, cold, hostile hands? Yeah, I did too. And then it didn't happen. And so now this whole garbagey pro-life crap that the right wing is, constantly pretending that they believe, stick a pin in it. It's bull crap. It's garbage. It's fake. It's fraud. They don't care about kids. They never did. If you could lose 26 and 7-year-olds, and in that report, Josephine Gay, she was 7. Everyone, Grace Audrey McDonald was 7. Chase Kowalski was 7. The other kids were 6 years old. They would have been 16 and 17 years old today. 16 and 17 years old today. I just, and the only thing I could think of that would make some sort of progress in this story would be if Alex Jones turned over a nice fat $965 million check to the heartbroken parents that he tormented. But, that's not going to happen either. So move along, everybody, move along. Nothing to see here, nothing at all. Thanks, NRA. The mass shooting that changed absolutely nothing. Thanks, gun owners of America. Thanks, National Rifle Association. Thanks so much for all the carnage. Thanks. Thanks for the carnage. It's just, it's unbelievable. So, that the gun owners looked at Sandy Hook and, that this is why Alex Jones started this conspiracy crap, saying it was a false flag and that it was done by people who wanted to take your guns away, that this didn't even happen. There were no dead children. There were no 20 dead children. There were no 6 dead educators. There were no dead teachers. No, it didn't happen. They were actors. They were crisis actors. It was all a ruse. It was all a plot. It was all a scheme, all a plan to take your guns away. That's why they started, this crazy talk about none of this happened, right? But deep down, the people who are responsible for this love of a piece of metal and bullets were thinking to themselves, hey, listen, if we could get away with this, we could get away with just about anything. Yeah. Never again will we ever have to worry about any meaningful gun legislation if this didn't spark some change. And that is where we are on guns in this country. So the fact that there hasn't been a larger, excuse me, parents of Uvalde, because, those parents of Uvalde don't want to hear about larger. They want to hear about, the same things we want to hear about, which is really, could we stop giving guns to like anybody that wants one? Could we stop giving, semi-automatic weapons? Could we just say that they're weapons of war? Could we stop, with, the large capacity magazines? Could we do, the answer to all that is no, we can't. And so, we live through school shootings, and our kids are being traumatized every time they sign up for school with, live fire drills and gun drills. And trust me, half of this country doesn't give a crap. They don't give a damn. They really don't. They don't want well, that's not true. They're for background checks. It's the Republicans that don't want the gravy train to end. So we'll never, have red flag laws that can be enforced. We'll never have background checks before you can sell a freaking semi-automatic weapon to an 18-year-old. We even tried to Florida, I will say, after Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Oh, Jesus God. Yeah, we raised the age to own a weapon of war from 18 to 21 here in Florida. But that's about it. That's all the progress, that I'm able to report. So, happy anniversary. I mean, what do you say? What do you say?